Welcome once again to this tutorial, and for this tutorial let's look at a single sideband suppressed carrier demodulator. So as we did for the double sideband suppressed carrier demodulator, the process of extracting the original information from the single sideband suppressed carrier wave we generated after we have transmitted it maybe over a long distance to our destination is known as demodulation of the single sideband suppressed carrier wave. And for this method, there's one way of doing that, and the method that we used in demodulating a single sideband suppressed carrier, it's the coherent detector method. This is the coherent detector method. For this one, as we did for double sideband demodulation, the same thing applies here. We use the same carrier signal, and that will help us to detect the message signal that we want to extract. And for that matter, we call it the coherent or synchronous detection. So without wasting much time, this is the block diagram for it. Here we need a product modulator. And then here's our low pass frequency signal, and this becomes our M of T. Remember that our input here is our single sideband suppressed carrier wave. And then our carrier signal that we are supplying is C of T equal to AC cos omega CT. So if you want the demodulated signal, assuming that our XX BXC wave is the lower sideband, when it's the lower sideband, we will get AM AC cos omega C minus omega M or T. And remember that this over 2. This one will be multiplied by this C of T, and the resulting output is being passed through the low pass filter to generate our M of T. So now I can say that the resulting output of this product modulator V out is going to be AM AC over 2 cos omega C minus omega M T multiplied by AC cos omega C T. This one results to be V out equal to AM AC squared over 2. And then we get cos omega C minus omega M or T, and then cos omega CT. Using one of the trigonometric identities, we will be able to extract the signal that we want. So let's do something here. Let our A equal to omega C minus omega M, and also B to be equal to omega C, which is this one and this one. For cos A, cos B is equal to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. This came from one of the trigonometric identities, which is cos A cos B, cos A plus cos B equal to cos A cos B minus cos A sin B. And also cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So when we add them, we get cos A cos B, and therefore the resultant output is going to give us cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Since we said let our A equal to omega C minus omega M and our B equal to omega C, we will be able to substitute them. Remember that the amplitude is AM AC squared over 2, which is AM AC squared over 2, and then we are going to get cos our A, it's omega C minus omega M, and then our B, it's plus omega C, and then plus cos into brackets omega C minus omega M minus omega C. In doing a simplification, we are going to get cos 2 omega C minus omega M plus cos minus omega mt. The no cost is an even function, and therefore we get a positive answer. So at the end of the day, we are going to get our x of t to be equal to am ac squared over 2 cos 2 omega c minus omega m plus am ac squared over 2 cos omega m of t. But remember that this expansion we get here is supposed to be 2. So when we divide, we are going to get here over 2. Don't forget for that trigonometric identity. So for that instance, we are going to multiply by 1 over 2. So at the end of the day, we are going to get x of t equal to 1 on 2 or 1 on 4 am ac squared cos 2 omega c minus omega m plus am ac squared over 4 cos omega mt. This is what we have. Let's see how you'll be able to come out with whatever we have. Now, in passing the resultant output here into a low pass filter, this is 2 multiplied by the carrier frequency. Therefore, it will set this one to 0. So at the end of the day, we are going to get s of t equal to am ac squared over 4 cos omega mt. Now, this is what we have. Our message signal is equal to am, this is m of t, is equal to am cos omega mt. And therefore, we can represent it as m of t. For that matter, we can rewrite it as s of t equal to, yes, ac squared over 4. And therefore, when we pass this output through a multiplier, we will get an output with a gain of 4 over ac squared. We will get an output to be our message signal. So this is how you can use the coherent detector to demodulate a single sideband suppressed carrier signal. So thank you for watching and see you in my next video.